Yeah, and our weather remaining fairly quiet. So I want to talk about the Mississippi River. Of course, we had the report earlier in the show about the Bonnie Carey opening up. Here's the latest on the river. It's around 16.3 feet. It is continuing to go up. We're at that threshold of 1.25 million cubic feet per second. And with the rising river, of course, that's why they're opening the spillway. Still forecasted to crest around 17 feet as we go throughout the next couple of weeks of April, and then hopefully start to drop. Now, it's important to know that the river forecast itself is based on our weather forecast, right? So our weather forecasts do not go out a month in advance. They don't go out 2 months in advance. So that determines how the river reacts, really. So this current thinking with the Bonnie Carey spillway is based on our current forecast, and as long as we don't get any more heavy rainfall, that's good news. If we do get more heavy rainfall to our north, then they may have to reconsider things. So here's what we've been dealing with over the past 5 years. You notice, remember, it opened twice last year, unprecedented, and dumped a tremendous amount of fresh water in the lake and over into the Mississippi Sound, causing huge problems for our saltwater areas. And then it was open in 2018 for 22 days and 22 days in 2016. So last year, as I mentioned, it dumped a tremendous amount of water. Now, here's why the river is running high. We have seen above average rainfall, record rainfalls really up to our north over the past 90 days. So going back to the beginning of the year, whereas here in New Orleans, southeast Louisiana, you see all those browns and reds, that's where we're running nearly 12 inches below where we should be, 8 to 12 inches in some spots. So we are in a drought down here, whereas to our north, they have been seeing record rainfalls, and that is the recipe for the Mississippi River rising. So we do not need any more heavy rains to our north. We saw that last year multiple times, even going into the summer, and that's why we saw the flooding linger into hurricane season. But at this point, we're just going to have to watch and see over the next couple of months how rainfall events evolve to our north. We'll cross our fingers and hope there are none, or if there are, they're minimal. Out there today, though, a beautiful afternoon. We do have a mix of sun and clouds, some upper level clouds moving in ahead of a disturbance to our west. It is another warm afternoon. We're talking the upper 70s to eventually getting into the lower 80s as we head throughout the afternoon. It is going to be a nice warm day with a mix of sun and clouds. More clouds building in as we go into tonight, and then maybe some showers building in as we go into the weekend. But it does not look like a washout anytime really over the next 5 to 6 days. Rain chances will be very low as we head into the weekend. You can see that quick disturbance moving out of Texas, keeping a heaviest rain to our south off the coast as we go throughout Saturday afternoon. Maybe a few more showers building in by Saturday night to Sunday morning, and then possibly a few spotty showers as we go throughout Sunday. But overall, the rain totals don't look very high. Maybe a little bit more rainfall into Monday, as you can see there. So our 7-day rainfall forecast, of course, it's not going to pop up, but we're expecting less than 1/4 of an inch for most areas here. If you're off towards Texas, maybe 2 to 3 inches plus over the next 7 days. We are going to start our big warm-up, though, as we head into this coming week. We're talking the upper 80s once again to near 90 degrees, so that is record highs, and it is going to stay abnormally dry as well. And as I mentioned, we could certainly use some of that rainfall here in southeast Louisiana. We are starting to see that drought creep in, but better rain chances as we go into Friday and Saturday of next week. We'll be right back.